Good day everyone. So today, we're going to discuss the nature of ASEAN integration as an economic community. But first, what is ASEAN? ASEAN stands for the Association of Southeast Asian Nations and is an economic and political partnership between 10 countries in Southeast Asia. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations was founded on 8 August 1967 by 5 leaders, the foreign ministers of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand, and signed a document. By the virtue of that document, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations was born with the aim of promoting regional economic growth and stability. With the signing of the ASEAN Declaration in the main hall of the Department of Foreign Affairs building in Bangkok, Thailand, the 5 foreign ministers who signed the document are Adam Malik of Indonesia, Narciso R. Ramos of the Philippines, Tan Abdul Razak of Malaysia, S. Rajaratnam of Singapore, and Thenat Koman of Thailand. With the signing of the ASEAN Declaration, which is the foundational document of the Association Southeast Asian Nation, the declaration outlines the purpose and objective of ASEAN and its commitment to the regional integration. It also serves as a reminder for all members to uphold the spirit of cooperation and mutual respect. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, was established on 8 August 1967 in Bangkok, Thailand, with the signing of ASEAN Declaration by the founding fathers of ASEAN, namely Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. Brunei Darussalam then joined on 7 January 1984, Vietnam on 28 July 1995, Laos, PDR, and Myanmar on 23 July 1997, and Cambodia on 30 April 1999, making up what is today the 10 member states of ASEAN. The establishment of the ASEAN Economic Community. The Association of Southeast Asian Nations established the ASEAN Economic Community in the year 2015 with the aim of creating a single market and production base for all 10 member countries. The establishment of AEC is a major milestone in the region economic integration process and is expected to drive economic growth by increasing trade, investment, job creation, innovation, and offering opportunities in the form of a huge market of $2.6 trillion and over 622 million people. In 2014, AEC was collectively the third largest economy in Asia and the seventh largest in the world.
The AEC Blueprint 2025 adopted by the ASEAN leaders at the 27th ASEAN Summit on 22nd of November year 2015 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, provides broad directions through strategic measures for the AEC or the ASEAN Economic Community from 2016 to 2025. Along with the ASEAN Community Vision and the ASEAN Political Security Community Blueprint and the ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community Blueprint, the AEC Blueprint 2025 forms part of ASEAN 2025, forging ahead together that succeeded the AEC Blueprint, which was adopted in 2007. The AEC Blueprint 2025 is aimed towards achieving the vision of having an AEC by 2025 that is highly integrated and cohesive, which also serves to be competitive, innovative, and dynamic, with enhanced connectivity and sectoral cooperation, and a more resilient, inclusive, and people-oriented, people-centered community integrated with the global economy. So, in line with the AEC Blueprint 2025, there are 5 interrelated and mutually reinforcing characteristics of the ASEAN Economic Community. So the first one is a highly integrated and cohesive economy. The second one is a
Third, enhance connectivity and sectoral cooperation. Fourth, a resilient, inclusive, people-oriented, and people-centered ASEAN. And fifth, a global ASEAN. These are the 5 interrelated and mutually reinforcing characteristics of ASEAN Economic Community. The AEC Blueprint 2025 sets out the strategic measures under each of the 5 characteristics of AEC 2025. To operationalize the blueprint's implementation, these strategic measures will be further elaborated in and implemented through the work plans of various sectoral bodies in ASEAN. The sectoral work plans will be reviewed and updated periodically to ensure their relevance and effectiveness. Partnership arrangements with the private sector, industry associations, and the wider community at the regional and national levels will also be actively sought and fostered to ensure an inclusive and participatory approach to the integration process. Institutions will be strengthened and enhanced approaches to monitoring and public outreach will likewise be developed to support the effective implementation of the blueprint. The AEC 2025 Consolidated Strategic Action Plan comprises of key action lines that will operationalize the strategic measures in the AEC Blueprint 2025. It takes into account the relevant sectoral work plans and will be reviewed periodically to account for development in each sector. The inaugural issue of the ASEAN Economic Integration Brief was released on 30 June 2017. The AEIB provides regular updates on ASEAN economic integration process and outcomes, and is a demonstration of ASEAN's commitment to strengthen communication and outreach to raise stakeholder awareness of the AEC. The AEC Blueprint 2025 will lead towards an ASEAN that is more proactive, having had in place the structure and frameworks to operate as an economic community, cultivating its collective identity and strength to engage with the world, responding to new developments, and seizing new opportunities. The new blueprint will not only ensure that the 10 ASEAN member states are economically integrated, but are also sustainably and gainfully integrated in the global economy, thus contributing to the goal of the shared prosperity.
ASEAN Free Trade Area. In 1992, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, established a trading agreement known as the Asian Free Trade Area, or AFTA. The ASEAN Free Trade Area has now been virtually established. ASEAN member countries have made significant progress in the lowering intra-regional tariffs through the Common Effective Preferential Tariff. The original members were comprised of Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. ASEAN's new members, namely Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, are not far behind in the implementation of their CEPT commitment, with almost 80% of their products having been moved into their respective CEPT ILS. Of these items, about 66% already have tariffs within the 0 to 5% tariff band. Vietnam has until 2006 to bring down tariff of products in the inclusion list to no more than 5% duties. Laos and Myanmar in 2008 and Cambodia in 2010. CEPT. Unlike the EU, AFTA does not apply a common external tariff on imported goods. Each ASEAN members may impose tariffs on goods entering from outside ASEAN based on its national schedules. However, for goods originating within ASEAN, ASEAN members are to apply a tariff rate of 0 to 5%. and this is known as the Common Effective Preferential Tariff or CEP scheme. Following the signing of the protocol to amend the CEP-AFTA agreement for the elimination of import duties on 30 January 2003, ASEAN 6 has committed to eliminate tariffs on 60% of their products in the IL by the year 2003. As of this date, tariffs on 64.12% of the products in the IL of ASEAN 6 have been eliminated. The average tariff for ASEAN 6 under the CEP scheme is now down to 1.51%, from 12.76% when the tariff cutting exercise started in 1993. The implementation of the CEP-AFTA scheme was significantly boosted in January 2004, when Malaysia announced its tariff reduction for completely built-up C-bus and completely knocked down CKDs automotive units to gradually meet its CEP commitment 1 year earlier than scheduled. Malaysia has previously been allowed to defer the transfer of 218 tariff lines of C-bus and CKDs until 1 January of 2005. ASEAN member still administers AFTA through their own national trade authorities and agencies. This places a burden on companies as they seek to meet each respective country's declaration and qualification requirements. Thank you.